12 men have walked on the moon. 12 others have orbited it. In the other side of the moon, we look at the experiences of the human beings inside those iconic white suits. Who were they? What did they experience? And what did they do with their lives after returning to Earth? For instance, Jim Irwin felt the presence of God on the moon. He then spent the years after looking for Noah's Ark on Mount Ararat in eastern Turkey.
I ask myself, what can I do with my life, the few years that I have left on the earth, that I can be of service to people? And I think that the discovery of the Ark of Noah might be a very useful discovery for everyone, because they'll be brought closer to God.
Every day, Alan Bean paints pictures of the same subject, the lunar landscape.
Well, I used the sole of a lunar boots, and it made the same mark in this painting as these moon boots I'm wearing here did on the surface. In fact, here's a left print, here's another left one, and here's a right one and a right one. What I've done is kind of make me running across here with moon boots.
Rusty Schweikert co-founded the Association of Space Explorers.
So you have an association now not only of Americans and Soviets, but how many nations in all represent?
17 total. There have been people from 20 nations total in orbit so far, and we have members from 17 of those 20.
And that may have been a small one for Neil, but that's along with Ruby.
What were your first words when you stepped out onto the moon?
Yeah, it may have been a small step for Neil, but it was a big step for a little fellow like me.
Had you thought of that before?
Oh, absolutely. Had money on it.
Pete Conrad became a salesman, selling missiles and weapon systems to foreign governments.
What are heroes? What are heroes? Bits of steel and bronze and silver you can feel, with steady eye and chiseled chin, iron muscle, leather skin.
Al Worden was so filled with emotion that he turned it into a book of poetry.
We all wanted to go to the moon. We all wanted to walk on the moon. We all wanted to fly in space. And so anything else we wanted was kind of put down low on the totem pole. And then when we actually did go into space and walk on the moon or whatever, then we accomplished our dream, our lifelong dream, and then that let the next dream come to the surface. For some people, they had a next dream, like myself, to be an artist. And for some unfortunate ones, I think, they didn't have a dream to replace the dream of going to the moon. So when they got back, they had a sense of kind of emptiness because they'd accomplished what they'd always wanted and nothing replaced it.
I honestly hadn't counted up how many marriages have lasted through Apollo, but not that many. In fact, we have kind of a little in-joke about original wives because the first 7 astronauts always call themselves the original 7, and we're now down to original wives. There are not too many of us left.
Being put on a pedestal, being singled out to be different is not easy. And if that is what being a hero means, then it is one of the more challenging things for some people. We try to do the best that we can, and sometimes we succeed, and other times we may not live up to our own expectations or other people's, but we are doing the best that we can.
I think our going into space was a watershed event in human history. That breaking out of this planet and starting to explore the solar system and later on the universe is about as significant as when the first sea creatures crawled out on the land. And I think there's a certain responsibility for those of us that have done that to leave to posterity our thinking, our experience, and what it meant to us.